Hello parents, our unit that we are about ready to begin in class with your children is entitled European Exploration, a Turning Point in History. We have chosen to make this a unit because there is so much information for our students to learn, and we wanted to make a collaborative effort to help them learn as much as possible. This unit covers many social studies requirements along with many language arts requirements, so do not worry if many assignments are a combination of those two areas. The unit will begin with our introduction, during which students will get their first exposure to exploration, and they will also experience how it would feel to be on the side of the explorers and the native cultures that were conquered during this time. Our first lesson is going to give students an overview of all the explorers that they will be exposed to throughout the unit. Throughout the lesson, students will perform short research tasks to learn about each of the explorers that will be discussed. This is meant to acquaint students with the topic and technology, as they both will be heavily implemented throughout the unit. Also, by the end of this lesson, students will be paired, and each pair will choose one explorer that interests them most. This is the explorer that each project after this will be centered on. Lesson 2 is going to introduce the class to their first writing project in the unit. They will be asked to create a journal from the point of view of a specific explorer which they will choose. They must complete 5 entries which will contain some of the explorer's expedition experiences, culture, and will display the explorer's feelings about his mission as well. This is a personal assignment that requires students to get to know their explorer. Next, in Lesson 3, students will be reading a fiction text of their choice which they will use to compare-contrast with the information they are researching throughout this time. They must choose a book that connects to their explorer in some way. They cannot choose just any book. It would defeat the purpose of this project. When they have finished their book, they will complete a Venn diagram comparing and contrasting the information in their book with the research they have been doing. Then, using their diagrams, they will write a 1 to 2 page paper detailing all the information they have shared in their diagrams. Our final lesson will focus on mapping. This lesson will help the class understand the importance of maps and why they were made. We want them to realize that maps were made as a result of exploration. Without exploration, no maps would have been created. In this lesson, students will make a map of their own that represents the travels of their explorer. At the end of this unit, all of these projects will come together in one final culminating project, during which students will present their explorer. These presentations will be set up like museum exhibits with all of their artifacts that they have made throughout the unit. Artifacts will include a journal, map, books they have read, their compare-contrast assignment, and any other items that students wish to have included. Also, students will be asked to dress as their explorer to give the full effect for their presentation. It is during this time that you as parents are invited to come and see all the hard work that your children have put in to learn all this information. For this unit, we will be providing students with all needed materials. They will have everything they need in class, and it will be available when the time comes for that part. All we need from you as parents is to provide your children with their clothing for the final presentation. It does not need to be new clothes or an over-the-top costume. Whatever you are able to provide is much appreciated. I hope this podcast has provided you with enough information regarding our unit, and we can't wait to get started with our class and see what they can do.